Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 107, 156 edition, 57 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I will tell you that the global market is still very, very strong, and that is as a result of what? Albeit what in earnings. And this is the power of earning in any market cycle. I tell you, whether it's in a down market or a bull market, any season will always show this is the time for any season. The period where we expect to see more companies release their results to tell you how they have performed the previous year as investors to assess their performance. That is why it's very, very key. As we speak, despite the entry volatility we are seeing all over the world, here down in Nigeria, we are seeing that this earning season is what is giving what market a bit of support, to kind of reduce the rate of what decline. At the same time, investors are taking advantage of different opportunity in different sector and also group of stocks that has potential to create wealth in this season. That is why you as an investor, you must keep your eyes on what is happening in the market, looking at these earnings at their hitting number, to compare the actual figures they are hitting at the forecast of the company before now, and also to give you an insight to what is likely to happen at the end of the current financial year. Don't forget that I always say that anytime, any day, the Q3 number of any company is very, very important for any design investor or trader to take what to analyze and take decision on what to do in that company or in the market. As we speak now, it's a good start for the market across the globe. Even down here, after we have seen a kind of a serious pullback back to back in our market here as a result of high cap stocks, suffering losses as a result of investor, reposition their portfolio, and also continuation of what sectorial rotation. That is what they put in the market also across the globe as we speak. For me, investors should not panic at all. Like I always say, that in any market condition, you apply your stop loss, your entry, and your exit strategy. Your profit target will always be at your fingertip. And don't forget that I always say that stop loss is as important as what decision to pick a stock. That means after picking a stock, you already set your stop loss so that you can manage your portfolio very, very well. As we speak, the US market is looking up. The global market is also in a good dimension. And let me put that language. But as we speak now, I'll tell you that the numbers that came from most of the companies in different, especially industrial sector and the telecom, are supported market across the globe. Also, don't forget that the hotter than expected UK inflation data that was released also hit almost remaining that above that 40 years high. But I can see that the number is almost around 10.1. But I'll tell you, despite that, market across the globe is still very, very strong. But if you look at what is happening in the euro market, I'll tell you that euro market is flat as a result of this number, trying to balance what to be, because a signal of this to even Euro Central Bank and also Bank of England is that there will be continue of rate hike in that domain, and that's also what investors are trying to look at, and also come with a decision on where to go from this situation that they are seeing in that environment. But I believe that also that this number we're expecting or we're seeing already in the market will give a kind of a boost to the market. But as investors, don't be carried away with this number. You only want to look at what is going on in the market. It's very, very important. The mixed sentiment in the market, heading into like in Europe as we speak now, trades are open as on a flat note. Investors access stronger US corporate earnings. Also is a support. That's why we are seeing mixed trend. As I said earlier, that US market was up very, very strong. All the indicators, all the trade indexes are up. Why out of Europe, we're seeing a flat market. In Asia market is, as we speak now, largely mixed. But I will tell you that the China market is the lagging indices as we speak now. As a result of what renewed surge in China. I will tell you in the last 4 months, we're seeing an increased number of COVID-19 issues in China. That also have slowed down Asia market as we speak. But I believe that also as time goes on, as factors start changing, we start seeing a good number from there. That will also change. And also, US being the largest consumption of oil, also is planning also to kind of release about 14 million barrel of to the public to reduce the cost of fuel in that domain and that gasoline and all those stuff. That also tell you that this continues to drive volatility in the market, and that's why I said anytime, any day, even a market here, energy related or crude oil business related or oil market, that I see that most of the stock there are still remaining in winning stock to watch. No matter what is happening, look at those companies in that oil sector, in that energy sector that have done well, and numbers are likely to come. Any pullback in those companies is an opportunity for you to buy, because I believe that as far oil price remain above $90 is a plus. Then when it cross 100 again, it's a better one to 100. But I believe that the Q3 of these companies in that space are likely to grow to be positive. That's why you must keep your eyes on them. As also all eyes are also on this Chinese no or Chinese indices as remain lag due to what this to this recording of insurgent lockdown here and there have kept that market in that dimension. But I believe that as earnings that are hitting the market, especially in US market and Europe, we are seeing a kind of upbeat in these numbers. That is a good thing. Kind of outperforming expectation of investors. Thereby, this during this season. Why also don't forget that the yield in treasury market of fixed income continue to compete with what is happening in equity market. But those that are designed are seeing that there's still opportunity there, because any moment from now, let me tell you, in next year, it's possible that we'll start seeing a reset in rate. That will be a plus for the market. Don't forget that in a mature market like US, we're having a midterm election in this November. Why ours here down in Nigeria we're having our own in February. And don't forget that if there will be a reset in an interest rate, that will also start from 2023. But what I believe that in the next coming MPC meeting, that's why the marginal kind of increase in inflation that was released a few days back, about 20.77, but not so much increase was in MPR again in the next MPC meeting. We'll see that there will be balance, but I'll tell you that if the government has come clearly to see what they're going to do in terms of debt, authority, debt, reconciliation, I want to call it, that also determine where the fixed income market. But I believe that as speak now in our market here, the fixed income players, the fund managers has a lot of fund that is with them, whether to go to equity or go to bond. They are still watching to see what the government will come out with it. If I can see that the fixed income market space is very also quiet at this time. But I believe that the number that will come from today number will give where this will in the morning. But that will also give you a clue that early or might see also a boom in price of stock in 2023. Don't forget that we are seeing the market is making lower low and some stocks are becoming cheaper. These are the things that you guys do, that this is the time for you also to take that advantage in the market and buy into good company that has good fundamental. And also you are looking at the technicals to see when is the strong support level of this company, and that be able to target and enter. Like I always say that when you say a good divergence, you also are looking at good momentum and looking at the price chart of this company, you go to know where they are heading to. That will go a long way to help you in what in taking on your investment decision. It's very, very key at any market situation, and this is how to invest wisely in any market. Like I just said, the oil price as is trading around the $91.16 per barrel at this hour, and this has a lot of oscillation of fear of of recession, and this time fear of US also releasing such a amount of cool to the system over there to keep the price, and they plan also to buy back around if crude oil go below 72. You can see why some big investment banks in US and other climate are forecasting that oil will end the year above above $100. You can see where in between. That's why oil price is going up and down. And don't forget that down here, despite the boom we have seen so far in the oil market, the crude oil market, Nigeria has not benefited due to what? Due to our own mismanagement and our own unseriousness in the part of government and economic managers. That's why we're not getting what we expect to do. But we believe that as people are afraid of this oil price going up and down, that is going to drive the volatility in any market around the world. But don't be so afraid to see what is happening. You already to know exactly what we are doing in the market. This is very, very important as investor. Don't just sit down and be watching. Just know exactly what you are doing in the market, so that at the end of the day, you know what to do at the right time. This is how to invest in the market as you speak. That means you keep your eyes on what is happening in the market at any given time to go to take investment decision that will help you to grow your portfolio and keep your tax market profit at the right time with the market oscillation we are seeing. Yes, it's time for us also to look at our market here down here. Now I'll speak now. I've said that the market is doing around 45,200 and 40,423.21, up by 56.89, representing about 0.1%. That is that market is up. Don't forget that yesterday market touched as low as what, at 44,937.32. But the market has broken several what we call cyclical line, or in technical analysis we call them points. This point, this strong point, or pivotal point, if you want to put it that way. But these are called cyclical line, like 47, 46. Market in the last those last 2-3 days have broken down 47, 46, even on 45 to touch as low as what, as 44,937 on what, on sell off in high cap stock like what, like Ether. And that is that the pattern of the market as we speak now is for you to know exactly what you are doing with the market, because this is an eye opener for investors to know. Like I said yesterday, this is not a time to always keep your eyes on what, on the index. It's time for you to look at what is the the psychology of people in different sectors, and what are they doing with their investment. What are you also going to gain from such a movement in those stock? That is what you should be doing now as investor, because now that we know that the any season has kicked off earnestly from for our market here, seeing the result that so far released, you know that this any season will change the face of the market. But you as an investor must keep your eyes, because the fund managers are still waiting to see this lower lows that market is making. Where will it have a U-turn? And to have that U-turn when funds start coming to the market. Yesterday, people were calling me that the bond that that came to the market has a lot of computer warehouse group, talking about just in 5 days, almost 230 or 260 million, 250 million shares that boosted the volume yesterday to about 424.28 million shares, which is good. But this is a good sign. But I'll tell you, this is not a lot of what return of institutional investor is not the same situation, that the liquidity in the market is still very, very low. That means we need to keep our finger crossed, expecting that when we start seeing consistent improve in volume, and we'll now see how our market will maintain a positive market breadth with coming back of the fund managers and others. That if they are not coming even now, I will tell you that it's also a greater opportunity for us that when they come in early 2020, because of what, that's also the early season where there will be season that will have reward. Don't forget that in Nigeria, most of the company on the exchange has December as what, as year end. On that note, we expect to see more of a dividend paying stock within their full year in the first quarter of 2023, and that's also the period for what, for the election. And if we get it right in terms of choosing the right trader, I'll see that will also change the momentum of the market at that particular. Like I said earlier, that possible that the CBN or monetary team also want to reset what rate at that time, because if they're not taken, if we maintain this kind of high interest rate, we might also go back to recession. And don't forget that the physical and the monetary trading need to work to shake hands together to put this economy in order. We believe that also will be done once after the election. Even before the election, we expect them to win that. But after the election, when the new government comes, we might also see a better reforms that will put the economy in the right space and also in the right direction, so that investors and traders will benefit from the market where they are participating. And that is how to invest, because every investment is against the future, as I always say. Let's look at the market now as we speak. We want to look at the chart first. Look at the chart, and I want to bring another indicator today. I know you are used to it. This indicator is how to look at the momentum now. We want to see this morning, we'll see a kind of a candlestick formation. This formation, we say this a hammer, but not because the wick is not as long as this. It is shorter than the main body. That's why we are still waiting to confirm what the market will do. But it's a good sign that market tries to start on a good note here. Seeing a green flat market this morning. Market again about 0.10%. Approximately that is a good sign. But we need to look at market as tried to break down the bearish channel, but we are seeing kind of trying to resist decline here after market has tested, as I said earlier, 44,937. We are seeing the market came back to close at around 45,200 something. Now this 330 366. For now, we're seeing the market is all slightly in green. We need to keep our eyes on what will drive this market, and especially what will support the market now is what is the earnings season. Yes, we have seen the data from Bureau of Statistics, which investors are looking at how can they do what defensive. Now that we are seeing where inflation is, but I believe that the reset of the inflation interest rate will change the mode of the market, and also liquidity will come back. But before then, we need to stay in defensive stocks and also grow with the market. But I believe that this earnings season, as I've said earlier, will change everything in the market for now. So that as we're preparing for end of the year seasonality and also position for what for the last audited account that will come in February, early February to March, that will also support the market. And on the strength of this good number, we're still expecting no company that will sustain what would pay out on the strength of their number. That's why knowing the forecast and the actual number will help you what to take what. But for we traders, we need to be in stock so that when price comes, we can take advantage of that and also hold our cash to enter what back forward for good position for dividend paying. And don't forget that dividend information or any news as it also influencing what price positively. For people to buy low and stay high is the beauty of what of trading in any market situation. Like I did yesterday, I want to draw this chart this morning. Again, you can see what happened yesterday that it tested, it broke down the lower line, but before it came up again. Market, after breaking down all this to that level, will start to stay back. Yes, yes, this is what I said. I it broke down at this point yesterday. You can see market, sorry, as the market finally broke down this line yesterday, but as low as getting to this level before rebounded, kind of a resistant decline. And this one was seeing a rebound. This rebound is still weak because the volume was seeing here is very, very small. And to see an improved volume like this and also a better volume on top of this on the positive dimension, that will give us, courage. But we look at other indicators to give us a clue what is happening in this situation in this market as we speak. That's why we need to look at that our word CC and then to CCI, sorry, to know exactly what is happening. That's why I want to call all the indicators up. But before I call them up, as I was saying, that the market is marginally in green. As we speak, we have 13 losers and 8 gainers. In that loser chart, we have a Connoy leading, followed by Miss Oil. Then we are seeing Ikeja Hotel and Northern Nigeria Flour Mill and Leakage Assurance. But under it, we can see other stocks like high cap stock like NTN and Total, losing marginally also for the day. That's why the market is green. You can see that this big cap are still in red. Because I believe that their numbers will start coming in. And don't forget the numbers that really change US market is especially numbers from what from the banking sector and from the telecoms or the technology sector. Now these are the things also I believe that also make impact on our market when they start releasing their number also, as we go into the month. I believe that between now and end of October, we'll see most of these numbers, and that also form a strong what to do with this number. But if you look at the gainers table, we're seeing a Fidelity leading, followed by Cement, can see Camps and the FBN Holding and FCMB. Others can see GT Code, all of them are the gainers start at this hour. Market can go up and down, but these are the gainers. But we're having a negative market growth altogether. But you see, with the 13 losers against 8 gainers, is still a negative market growth. Despite that, the Usher index is in green. That's why I say it's a mixed market at this hour. I mean, between now and end of the day, for the day, we also know what the market will be. But as to speak, it's a mixed market. We're seeing an index up and why the market growth is negative. But if you look at the terms of volume, those stocks that has volume this morning, chance is stopping that trade in volume, followed by mutual benefit, Owando, FBN Holding, and Access Corp. These are the ones that are on the 5 stock trade in terms of volume. When I mean volume, those stock that has a good volume that you can see. And don't forget that the banking sector have remained positive from the last week to this because of what the opportunity that sector is presenting. I mentioned along the line today that another winning sector is the oil sector. You can see what is happening in the healthcare. And also these are the things we should look at. Also other financial institutions like the result that came from UCAP also give us an insight. But I believe that the more we see the real banking result, that will also open the eyes of investors where they should be their tenth for what, for their dividend, investing for this end of the year. Yes, as you look at this chart as I was explaining, you can see that the market has broken down the decline channel we're seeing down here. But I want to call other indicators that we use to interpret this market at this hour. Let's quickly go to use our normal indicators. But today we're going to use, yesterday look at the oscillator. We're going to use this CCR because it's easy for you to catch a change in trend. That's why I need to let you know, give you sign a quick change in trend so that you can know exactly why that change in trend is what we also use to look at other indicators that will tell you exactly what to do next or where the market is going from there. That's why I call it up this morning for us to look at. Then don't forget to go to see our money flow, take our C line. C line is normal, take it to what, change it to what, 8 as usual, 8 as usual. Yes. From the look of things now, which is becoming clearer here, you saw what happened all this while and see where the market is now. As we speak at this moment, market is what is below the T line. You can see that from here to here is short, from here to here it become farther from the T line. That's why I told you earlier in this class that when you see that the index action or price action is far from the T line, it's a sign that it will still come back to work. And that is why when you see here, you see a good candle stick formation or a signal from what, from the momentum indicators. That is where you start buying on the course. But for those that are really fearful, must wait for a breakout here to start buying. You are confirmed it has turned up. But for we that understand how to trade with this indicator, we must, once you see that it's far from the from the T line, and you now see the formation, the candlestick formation. That's why I use that price action or price structure. Look at the price structure formation to see the sentiment and the behavior, the psychology of the people in the market. Whether because we have a more buyer or seller at this point, that will also help you. But if you look at your momentum indicators like this one we're looking at here, you can see that as of yesterday, market was still making that. But this morning, we are seeing a change of trend. But it's a sign that you should not keep up. But the morning slowed down. It still has not confirmed any fund entering the market much. But you can see that it has gone low as below 20, around 21, 22. That is where the money flow is now. And don't forget where money flow is coming from. That thought as low as sustain, almost sustain here before coming up. Come down now, we're seeing another 21 again. But I believe that the more start seeing positive earnings, you might see a reversal from this point. That is good thing to also look at in the market as we speak. But I tell you, this is a good sign up here, but we want other indicators to confirm it. And this this candlestick formation is here. But don't forget that while we have seen all this sharp pullback with a rate of 10% loss in one of the most capitalized stock in the market. Let's look at the 1 hour chart to see what 1 hour chart is doing. Fine, on a good note, that is why it's good to always chart to know that if you look at what 1 hour chart is doing, the market is already on 1 hour chart is above the T line slightly. I can see the change in trend there. You can see how far that even when it was kind of at this point this morning, I can see the trend has changed. This is what the market put down yesterday to see. You can see a change coming on the 1 hour chart. You can see it here. Money flow is still around 57, 59, 60. Good on the 1 hour chart, but we're looking at the daily chart. But this gives you an insight whether there is strength in the market. I will tell you on this shorter time frame there is strength in the market. We can still keep our eyes on the market. That's why there's no cause for panicking of any sort in the market as we speak. Yes, want to look at those stocks that were leading the market. Look at Fidelity, look at Wahafa Baogu, look at the LBM Holding, also look at GT Cool as we speak. Want to know the position of GT Cool and also access up. Look at them and see where they are going at this point now. Just quickly look at Fidelity Bank. What is the momentum like? Like I said earlier in this class that Fidelity is a bank to watch. I said it even on Monday as class was picking up. See, it's a stock to watch where the bank is going. If you look at the price action, the price structure, you can see that it's above the T line. Yes, we see on the 1 hour chart that was red, green, but it's almost above the red here. pull back again at this point. But we look at the 1 hour day chart to look at. But if you come here and see the volume is not much, but we are seeing that it's strong. The momentum is still strong. Here, look at what is reading here. The money flow for 1 hour is about 1775 no points. It's okay, strong. Then we go to now the day chart to look at what the stock is doing. On the day chart, this stock has touched as high as almost 7071. You can see it here, but still maintaining that momentum here. It has gone low but came up to this level. It's a good sign, and we are seeing a strong move in terms of the momentum on it. You can see it here. A money flow on a day chart is in 68.60. Good, it's a strong one above 50. For me, it's a good sign. Even when you look at it, when it was coming and didn't come much, and when it comes below the T line here, see it's trended for this level, kind of consolidated for the year before a breakout. Let's see how far it will go. For the third quarter of this bank, will tell you, despite the plan by Moody to kind of downgrade the Nigeria, we know that the numbers from our banks are still very okay. It's a lot of what the FS problem we're having, and also the sovereign risk they are looking at. For the company, the banks and itself are doing well. But I believe that the government, that's why it's time for the fiscal and the control authority to shake hands and make sure that the position Nigeria well before the international eyes, so that they can appraise us very well. You can see that even as other nations that are into oil production, they are seeing their the high price of oil impacting their bottom line, impacting the economy. But here, even within the period, we are not able to meet our quota in terms of even our forest reserve is declining. These are the forces that the Moody and others are looking at, that this government or this economy is not well run. Because if the government is progressive, we should have things looking up. That is another way to look at what is happening. But I believe that the banks on their own, the numbers are coming there are not bad. But generally, because of what is happening in our FS market, what is happening in terms of security, sovereign, all it are what they are going to kind of say they are going to target. They've not done it. They are putting it to word for word for target. If there will be change in the policy of CBN to make sure that yes, and also to improve our security to make sure that our output by OPEC will meet them and end this good dollar crude oil price, and that will be good because from January to date, can see that our external reserve have dropped back to around 38, 38 billion from 40 billion. That is even in the space of where crude oil price has gone as high as $120, $125 per barrel. You can see that we're unable to achieve them. But let's see how it goes. But for me, I can see strength in this company in terms of positive price action, positive fundamental and positive technical for the stock Fidelity. It's a good one for Fidelity. Let's quickly look at what is happening in investment. You know what is happening, what's happening in investment. Yes, investment on the data you can see is we're seeing stock going as high as 60 naira this morning, but as we speak, it has come back to around 50, 55, 70 or 55, 80. I'm watching, but still on the gainer side, but you can see that the stock is not here and there. Fine or above the T line, here, down below the T line. But if you look at the line now, after touching it, we're trading above the T line when it goes as high as 60 naira. But below it now, slightly below the T line. So let's keep our finger. Momentum here is also showing a sign of weakness, but money flow is still high, which is about 94. It is 94, 90, which is good. But let's keep our finger crossed, as I said earlier. But let's look at the 1 hour chart for what we'll get in space there, the information there. And 1 hour chart, I'll tell you, is still very strong. You can see that it maintained last 2 hours. You can see what the candlestick is doing. It's a strong one. But like I said, the sign was running in the day chart. You can see it also a sign of weakness. But let's see how far it will go. The next one to look at is the LBN holding. Actually, this stock has remained flat. But let's see this morning. If I join the gainer chart, let's see what the trend behind this move, because it's good to keep your eyes on the chart. That's why I say you look at the chart to see what is happening. That's why I call it pictorial to know what is happening. That's why I say trade what you see. Trade what you see. You can see, and also when you are on the right side of the market using the indicator as you are using, and also know how to read your price action, you make money. But once you know that you are on the bad side of the market, either you take profit or you put your cash. These are the things to do. Don't just fight the market. If you fight the market, you are the one that want to lose. Always be on the right side of the market. Anytime you see that market, you have come on the other side, Either you take profit or what, or you go cash. You get also to market to enter the right side, then you not join another particular time. There's always the right side of the market and also a bad side of the market at any given time. But you must understand this. If you look at the 1 hour chart for LBN, I'll tell you this is a good chart. You can see that the above what above the T line. You can see it here yourself, which is good. If you look at the last candlestick here, it's still very strong for me. It's a good one. And if you check down here, you see that the 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 momentum here is still very strong for what, looking at your CCI, which is the commodity channel, commodity channel index. For me is a good one. And the money flow on the 1 hour chart is very strong for this stock, for this LBN holding as we speak right now. As it's now almost 93, 94. For me, it's a good one for investors to keep their eyes on this stock as we speak. Usually, yes, they are not into the net stock, but we can see strong momentum. All this why, despite when the market it has gone stable around 10 naira before pulling back to around 925. You can see that the stock is also coming back around that 970. Any moment from now, it can go above the 10 naira again. You can see that's why you need to keep your eyes on this kind of stock on what on every daily activities. There are stocks that you can open the market and see how they are doing, the strength they have. That's why you must understand how to use the video I just released recently. The momentum and the divergence is very key to catch what, to catch the top and low, and that will help you to make money in any market cycle. Get the video and watch and take forward decision at your own time with knowledge, without panicking, without following a bad wagon. Take information on the right time, and that is how to go about the market in any situation. You can see now that for me, the market can see what is happening here. It's a good one for the stock. Let's quickly look at um, other stock before because of our time. Look at let's look at access corp. As I've said earlier, we've seen what is happening. Look at access corp. This is because of what I don't know. The internet is thing is rolling. Sorry, the system is sinking. I don't know what is happening. But okay, on this note, what we'll do, I will continue tomorrow from where I stop. Look at those stocks and what the market is doing tomorrow. Let's call it a day here. I will say thank you for your time. Our time is fast spent, but it's because the system is having a Z system or the internet is slow here, it's not opening. But I say tomorrow will continue by God grace. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Also, like I said, log into the channel and see other new update there, and also feel free to ask questions and we'll give you the answer as at when due. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye.